Good afternoon, everyone. Self-education here. Remember, if I provide value in today's video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Please share, subscribe, and feel free to comment down below. Today's topic, we're talking about bonds. Bond. James Bond. No, not that Bond, silly. We're talking about the bonds. The bond market. So, in short, what is a bond? You know, the bond is part of, bonds are part of the bond market. They are an instrument of debt. So the bond market, it's a place to sell, to exchange and sell, to buy and sell pieces of debt. Okay, so um, bonds provide a coupon payment, which is referred to as, as the interest payment that is received. Okay, so what happens is these corporations, they issue out debt, or companies, they'll issue out debt, and they need somebody to provide. They need a supply of money. So what you do when you're investing in a bond is you are providing capital to, or money to fund these companies. Okay, so what is my issue with bonds? Well, bonds, when when a company needs money, when you're investing in a bond, you're just the closest source of an IOU, an ATM, let's say. Okay, so what are the advantages to bonds, though? That why would people invest in something that, if you're just a source of debt? Bonds provide stability. They're often hedges in people's older people's portfolios. They have a lower volatility than real estate or the stock market. Okay, so bonds, they provide more stability. They put out consistent amount of interest, and as far as coupons. Okay, where does the name coupon come from? Well, back in the old days, you'd get a bond and you'd get a physical copy, piece of paper for that bond, and there was little pieces of coupons that you'd go and you'd cash out your bond, and you'd get the interest rates, the interest from it, from your money being borrowed. Okay, so, and that name just stuck, even with the technology and stuff. So it comes from the paper that you'd turn in to collect the payment. Okay, so what is the historical performance of bonds? Well, compared to stocks or real estate, they issue a much lower return because it's a providing of debt. Okay, so my big drawdown from bonds is, you're letting a company borrow your principal. The most you can get back is the principal plus interest. If a company does really well, you're not going to be rewarded for having, etch, for your money being borrowed. The most you're going to get back is interest plus your money back, which isn't going to be as a great a return as if you were in the stock market and you owned part of a piece of business. Okay, so, or real estate, and you own real estate. Those are much better investments over the long run. Okay, and what is volatility? Because I said, the bond market has lower volatility compared to stocks, which are pieces of businesses. The volatility is the movements up and down. Okay, volatility it's not a bad thing. It's, the higher the volatility, it can create some really good bargains. So volatility is not a bad thing necessarily. Okay, so in the so what kind of historical performance have bonds had? There's only one decade in the last 200 years where bonds have outperformed the stock market over 10 years. And out of every 20 years, investing for 20 plus years, stocks have outperformed bonds every single time. So that's why in the long run, bonds do not make a good investment. Okay, so um, now you have the inside. That's a basic summary of what the bond market is. It's issuing debt. It's it's issuing your money to being loaned out. Okay, so self education. I'll see you in the next one.